modern hearts, and ancient herbs. Ryan Victor stood in the sterile, blue-tinted light of the ICU, his gaze fixed on the erratic heart monitor. As a world-class surgeon and the heir to a massive medical technology empire, he believed in the absolute power of steel and silicon. Yet, his father, Aris, was slipping away. Every advanced procedure had failed, and the weight of his helplessness felt like a cold blade against his chest. Ryan's wavy hair was disheveled, his muscular yet lean frame tense under his white lab coat as he gripped the edge of the bed. The heavy doors slid open, admitting a man who looked like he had just stepped off a London street. Rick Allen arrived not in traditional robes, but in a tailored charcoal overcoat and a soft cream turtleneck. He was breathtakingly handsome, his straight hair falling perfectly over a sweet, innocent face. Rick held a simple wooden box that smelled of rain and earth. Ryan blocked his path, his skepticism flaring. "My father needs a miracle, not potpourri," Ryan spat. But Rick only looked up with steady eyes, undeterred by the surgeon's imposing height. Under Ryan's watchful, obsessive eye, Rick began his work. He ignored the beeping machines, focusing instead on the rhythm of Aris's pulse. He prepared a dark, fragrant decoction, carefully feeding it to the dying man. Within hours, the machines began to sing a different tune, a steady, rhythmic pulse of life. Ryan watched Rick's slender fingers as they worked with the herbs, feeling a strange, magnetic pull toward the man who had succeeded where science had failed. Obsession took hold of Ryan. He followed Rick to his stylish herb shop, Modern Willow. There, he encountered Liam, Rick's childhood friend and business partner. Liam was tall and athletic, leaning over the counter with an air of easy familiarity that made Ryan's blood boil. Liam placed a protective hand on Rick's shoulder as Ryan entered, sensing the intense energy radiating from the surgeon. Liam's face was smooth and handsome, his presence radiating a quiet strength that challenged Ryan's authority. Back at the hospital, Ryan's brilliant assistant, Kai, noticed the change in his mentor. Kai was a sharp, elegant doctor who had silently loved Ryan for years. As they reviewed surgical charts, Kai tried to regain Ryan's attention, but Ryan's mind was clearly miles away, fixated on a certain herbalist. Kai's hand lingered a moment too long on Ryan's arm, his eyes filled with a quiet, aching hope that Ryan was too distracted to see. Tragedy struck when Rick received a call that his beloved grandmother had passed away. The news shattered his calm exterior. Ryan found him in the hospital garden, slumped on a stone bench as the rain began to fall. Rick looked fragile, his straight hair dampened and clinging to his pale cheeks, his modern sweater soaked through. Ryan felt a visceral urge to shield him from the world, his obsession finally softening into something deeper and more terrifying. At the funeral, the rivals gathered in a display of mourning and support. Liam remained by Rick's side throughout the ceremony, his handsome face a mask of grief. He whispered memories of their childhood to Rick, trying to anchor him to the past. Rick leaned into Liam's familiar strength, finding a moment of reprieve in the arms of the friend who had known him since he was a boy. Liam's presence was a steadfast anchor in the storm of Rick's sorrow. As the crowds thinned, Kai approached. Though he was Ryan's man, he had grown to respect Rick's skill. He offered Rick a small, silk-wrapped gift, a rare medicinal root to honor his grandmother's legacy. It was a gesture of peace and shared professional respect. Rick took the gift, offering a weak but genuine smile to the man who had finally acknowledged that there was more than one way to heal. When the sun set and the others left, Ryan stayed behind. He found Rick sitting alone in the darkened herb shop, surrounded by the scent of his grandmother's favorite flowers. Ryan didn't speak. He simply sat on the floor and pulled Rick into a firm, grounding embrace. The surgeon's muscular arms provided a sanctuary that Rick finally surrendered to. In the silence, their bond deepened beyond words, bridging the gap between their two worlds. Months later, Modern Willow had expanded. Backed by Ryan's tech and Rick's wisdom, Ryan stood at the counter, No longer a skeptic, but a partner in every sense. Kai remained a loyal friend and head surgeon, while Liam continued to manage the shop's business, having finally accepted Ryan as the man who made Rick truly happy. Ryan leaned down to kiss Rick's forehead, their love a perfect balance of ancient tradition and modern strength.